should've told you I'm
Hey yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy Boosa, back with a commentary, and I'm gonna answer some questions from, I know, probably like 4 or 5 videos ago. I said, leave some questions for me and I'll answer them, like a Q&A or whatever. And I'm going to explain why I think Gears 3 is trash. But first we're gonna get into a few of these questions. First question I got was from Mello. He said, 18 on Mello. He said, overall, how long have you been into the Ninja Gaiden series? Well, I've been playing Ninja Gaiden since that shit was on Super Nintendo, like back in the day. And when the first Ninja Gaiden came out for Xbox, I got it and I loved it. It's hard as fuck, like super hard. Even the Ninja Gaiden Sigma on PlayStation was ridiculously hard to beat the game. And the only thing I didn't like about it was, let's just say you had like 10% life left and no way of getting any health, nothing was around, but you had to go to a save point to save your progress. If you kept getting, it doesn't matter, like when you load that checkpoint, you're still gonna have that 10% health and like no items, no nothing. So you could just keep getting killed and killed and killed. Eventually, you just have to start like that whole chapter over in order to, get to a save point where you've stocked up enough health so you can continue the game. And sometimes it would just leave you in a loop like that, and you did all this work for nothing because there's nothing around to gather. And enemies, if you try to go back into the map, like go backwards on the map and get health or whatever, it didn't matter because the enemies that you already beat there would respawn. And then you would use that energy that you just got fighting those impossible fuckers. So I don't know, but they changed that up on the newer Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden 2, when you go to a save point, even if you had low health, when you went back to load it, you would have full health. Although all your items would be the same, you would at least have full health, so you have a fighting chance to get past where you were. And Ninja Gaiden 3, I cannot wait for this game to drop. I might do a playthrough of that as well. I'm starting to record my Asura's Wrath playthrough. I played it once already. The game is fucking amazing. But you have to like that kind of genre. Like if you like into the Dragon Ball series, the Naruto series, then I think you would appreciate this game. If you just like Asian mythology at all. Let's see, what's the next question? This question is from Hubris. He says, do you create your own video intros? They are quite amazing. First of all, I appreciate it, but I can't take all the credit for it because what I do is I go to videohive.net and I look for something that suits my taste and I like it. But you have to purchase it though, because you have to purchase a license to use it, and you have to purchase the work itself. Some of them can be quite expensive. Some of them are very cheap. What I do is I find one that suits what I'm looking for it to be, and I take it and I re-edit it to fit my needs. So it may not be exactly the same as, the same work as when I bought it, but that's what I purchased the license for. I can change it to any way I want. So I just re-edit them because I'm not that good of an editor. I just got into it not too long ago at all, so I'm still working on that craft. Next question. This is just a general question. People ask me, am I going to do another tournament? Yeah. I just don't know when. Priceless and I were talking about it. He says he's up for it. But this time we're going to have to make basically a strict kind of schedule because, he has things to do this summer. I think he's in school, so he has classes and stuff. But we're going to set a schedule, and once we get the schedule and everything else wrapped up, then we'll start, allowing teams to sign up for it. Other question from Street, he was asking, was I ready for Asura's Wrath? Hell yeah, and I got that bitch the day after it came out, and I already beat it. So, and I'm going back to, I might do the playthrough on like hard because I played it on normal, so I might go through and do the playthrough on hard. Now I'm gonna get into why I think Gears 3 is trash. Basically because I mean it's nothing that you haven't heard of. I mean it has its fun qualities, but overall this game has way too many crutches for new players. I mean that's what I loved about Gears 1 and Gears 2 was that it had a crazy learning curve on it. Like you actually had to play this game repetitively to get good at it and to develop a skill for it. But now it takes absolutely no skill to be good at this game, and you have so many kids that use these scrubby ass tactics and think they're actually good at the game when you could tell them, you know, if you play Gears 2 or Gears 1, you wouldn't be able to do 75-80% of the shit that you do now. The sawed off and the retro just brings out all these internet gangsters from who gives a fuck land. I mean, I don't know where these kids get off, where these kids come from, thinking that what they're doing is like the shit. Well, I downed you in, you know, less than a second, get raped. Really? Really? You had to use the fucking gun that shoots nukes at me. But that and just the way people play now, like yeah, they took the 2-piece out the game, but they just replaced that with an ink that can stun you. As opposed to the ink being used the way it was in Gears 2 when it was introduced. The ink was used as a way to cut off entrances or exits, or especially it was really effective in King of the Hill because it would keep a team from capping the hill until like ink was dispersed, so to give your team time to respawn and do whatever you need to do to set up to take over that cap. Now the ink doesn't really last long and it stuns you. It's like the new 2-piece. It takes place of the long stun of the melee. You see people now, the only reason they use the fucking ink now is when you're initially running at a cap. You know a whole team is going to go straight for the cap. They'll toss an ink in and everybody just rushes them because they're all stunned. Or, funny to say, but in 1v1 situations, a person would just toss an ink at you, run up, and then body you. Like, you know, and that shit only works like 40% of the time for me. Other times they sit there while they're stunned, sponging, and then I guess somehow they shoot out of their fucking armpit and kill me while they're still stunned. But whatever. This game just has too many vices to help these new players, and I don't think Epic at all was considering the veterans of this game or who put them in the position right now to even make a Gears 3, which is the hardcore gearheads who pre-ordered and buy every bit of DLC and bought every game and all the shit that goes along with it, the books and all that kind of shit. People who are, you know, really dedicated fans. And then you have, you know, they set all these kind of crazy records with as many pre-orders as they had because of all the hype for the game and the beta and everything else. And then the game comes out and it's absolutely horrible. And then they make little slight changes, and I don't care what they say, them fuckers have been lying to us. The only time those dedicated servers are on, I think, is when some DLC comes out. They'll be on for like a week and a half, and then it's right back to bullshit row. I don't give a fuck what you say. Fuckers are not on constantly unless some DLC comes out. Because as it is right now, even in rank, we'll always run into hosted teams. If you don't believe me, how often have you seen the host migration kick in? Exactly. The only time you see that shit is in Horde. But I'm out of time now, so actually ran out of gameplay. I probably just put up some little picture or whatever. But till next time, I get it, y'all. Peace.